Okay, so now I need an additional piece of evidence to prove that Brian changed. So I said in the beginning that he was hysterical and unable to control himself and make good choices. But there comes a point in that part of the book where he kind of comes to his senses and starts to make good decisions to try to save his own life. So I need to kind of explain that that's what's going on here. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to put a sentence in that sort of says that Brian. Realized that he needed to get it together. So I'm going to add that sentence in next. Then Brian became aware that he had to take control and save himself. Okay, so I found an additional piece of evidence now, my second evidence to prove change, that shows that Brian did this. Okay, so I'm going to include another lead in. This time I'm going to use the author's name. I'm going to say Paulson wrote, comma, here's my evidence. The microphone, awareness cut into him. Okay, this was on page 19. Okay, now I want to say a little bit more than that, so I'm going to keep going with a second quote. He tried to figure out the dials again. And that's on 21. I don't need to say the author's name in this citation because I already said it right here. Paulson wrote. So I don't need to be repetitive. Okay, so now I need some commentary that explains how these quotes support the idea that Brian changed. So I'm going to add that in now. The quotes show that Brian was able to take control of his situation in spite of his fear and feelings of hopelessness. Okay, we're almost done. Lastly, I need a concluding sentence, okay? My concluding sentence basically restates and kind of sums up what this paragraph is all about in one sentence, okay? So it's a kind of a long sentence, but here it is. Taking control of his emotions and crash landing the plane was the first event in the book that contributed to Brian's overall change and helped him realize how strong and capable he really was. Okay, it's a lot of writing. That's one body paragraph. Okay, today we're just going to focus on this body paragraph. Okay, tomorrow we'll work on the second one.